Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. And hey, according to the test, I'm COVID free. Yay! I still tired, still got congestion, but at least I am not like Typhoid Mary. So today, this is coming from Gizmodo of all places. And by the way, everybody's been sending me this article. It is that classic. Magic the Gathering fan allegedly set upon by Pinkertons. And before you ask, yes, those very Pinkertons. So if you think that we're playing in, I don't know, one of those old West games, no, we're not. No, it ain't happening, man. This isn't. This isn't the movie or the TV series Deadwood, right? This is 2023. This is Wizards of the Coast finding another way to get themselves really bad publicity. I don't know, man. I know bad publicity is still publicity, therefore it's good publicity. No. Okay. YouTuber revealed dozens of cards from the new set March of the Machine, The Aftermath, without realizing just how embargoed they were. Magic the Gathering leaks are nothing new, whether by accident or on purpose. I think it's usually on purpose. Let's just be honest. Viewers and gamers with early access to new sets of card packs have pretty regularly shown off card pulls before they're allowed to do so. Listen, everybody wants to get the news in. I understand that. Usually the consequences for leakers are simple and effective. Wizards of the Coast, which publishes Magic the Gathering, typically refuses to allow those individuals early access in the future. Hey, I've had people send me RPG releases a week or so ahead of time so I could get a look, be ready to speak about it if I wanted to when it got released. I've also had offers of giving me embargoed information, which I couldn't share. And it's like, then don't even give it to me. I just don't want to know. That's just me. If I can share it, that's great. If I can't share it, then just tell me what everybody else knows. So again, they typically just refuse to allow those individuals early access in the future. This time it was different. It's more unusual for Wizards to have allegedly sent Pinkerton agents to a man's house in order to retrieve stolen goods. Over the past week or so, a YouTuber known as Old School MTG has been uploading videos of himself opening packs of the new, unreleased Magic the Gathering set, March of the Machine, The Aftermath. He uploaded 3 videos which were widely shared on Reddit and Magic the Gathering communities, even making headlines on IGN and other sites. He alleged to have 22 boxes and uploaded multiple videos last week. It's estimated that Old School MTG leaked about 75% of the entire set, or about 36 of the set's 50 cards. The set is scheduled to be released in just a few weeks on May 12th, with official reveals set to begin at the start of the month. And then, on Sunday, April 23rd, Old School MTG uploaded a video titled The Aftermath of the Aftermath. Everything is gone. He described how Pinkerton agents allegedly showed up at his door that morning. So, he's saying Pinkerton agents, and by the way, calling them agents is misuse of the term, but on a Sunday morning. Now, usually in law enforcement, like you don't do Sunday search warrants unless it's extra circumstances are severe. Kind of like no knock warrants. Usually Sundays are like a day of theoretical rest, but no, these guys show up on a Sunday morning and demand the return of the magic cards. Now the article goes on to say you might be familiar with the name. Pinkerton is a risk management security firm that many people associate with agents sent to undermine unions in the early 1900s. Yes, infiltrating those unions in order to prevent unionists from gaining employment, recruit goon squads, act as security guards for management, and undermine strikes. They basically acted as a private police force in the worst possible ways. Pinkertons were also a part of the Battle of Blair Mountain, the largest labor uprising in the United States. It was the kind of company you hire when you want to intimidate people and force them to comply immediately. So, oh, and here's, the March of the Machine. Woo, woo. According to his YouTube video, the Pinkertons allegedly asked, I think they demanded, Old School Gaming to turn over the stolen product, which is, in this case, magic cards. They collected the cards, the boxes they came in, and even the foil that the booster sets are wrapped in. He stated the agents counted the cards to make sure they retrieved all of them in the video. Old School MTG said the agents mentioned jail time while they were speaking to him and his wife. They gave Old School MTG a name and number at Wizards of the Coast, allegedly told him to delete the videos he posted on YouTube and left. So now, somebody at Wizards was going to be awaiting that phone call. Again, on the weekend, on a Sunday. I'm impressed. Old School MTG thinks he knows how the mix-up happened. Says that he believes it's a complete accident he received these cards ahead of time. He said that he purchased the booster boxes from a friend of his who is not really a Magic player and is much more invested in other trading card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, because the earlier set of cards was titled March of the Machine and was released on April 21st. Old School MTG suspects that his supplier simply didn't realize the cards he was selling, titled March of the Machine, The Aftermath, was a different unreleased set. When he got on the phone with the Wizards of the Coast representative, Old School MTG says the man was apologetic. Well, you can afford to be apologetic once you got the results you wanted. And they needed all the product back in order to plug the hole. He describes the interaction as nice and laid back, and it appears that Wizards of the Coast was apologetic about sending literal Pinkerton agents to his house. When asked for a comment, and I'm glad we have this comment because otherwise I'd be looking at the story and I'd be going, on a Sunday? Pinkerton agents arrive at your house on a Sunday? And by the way, nobody had to let them into the house. Honestly. They're not government agents. Okay? They're not law enforcement. They don't have a warrant. They're a private agency. We want our property back. Go get a warrant from a judge. Come back with law enforcement. It should never have gotten to this point. What was Wizards of the Coast thinking? Or they weren't thinking. I think that's what it comes down to. When asked for a comment, Wizards of the Coast confirmed that the video, its allegations, and the alleged Pinkerton agents were part of their investigation. When asked for clarification, the company said it had no additional details to share and did not deny the hiring of Pinkerton to aid in the product retrieval. IO9 has reached out to Old School Magic the Gathering for comment. In the wake of a tumultuous year for fandom of properties under the Wizards of the Coast banner, including the infamous, that's an understatement, Dungeons & Dragons OGL fiasco in early January. Was it really that long ago? Holy shit. This is not a great look for the company. Instead of handling this discreetly, it hired the most infamous rent-a-cops in the United States to raid the house of a man who runs a Magic appreciation channel on YouTube with less than 4,000 subs. I can't. The stupidity involved in this. And not from the individual who was sharing the cards. You're excited. You look at this. You got a big get. And yes, my kitty's in front of this thing here. Here, a little cattail. But the pure stupidity and arrogance on the part of Wizard of the Coast, how they could think. Thank you, Sadie, for your cat fur. That's sending private detectives to somebody's home, entering somebody's home, on. I'm sure they were saying, well, he gave us implied permission. He didn't have to give you guys anything. You left the property. Did you give him a receipt? He apparently paid for it, right? Was the coach going to pay him back for this property? These are questions that I have. I wonder what questions you have. Can Wizards of the Coast keep itself out of the news cycle at all? Can they? Whoever thought, let's hire Pinkertons, they'll get the job done, was a good idea? You fucking fools. You really are. Folks, we're working on something for later this week. So there's a live stream on Wednesday. There may be a live stream on Thursday, in addition to Friday and Saturday. And you think I've got gray hairs now. But it'll be worth it. Thursday, we're moving stuff around. We're trying to get a very important guest. And that will probably be Thursday. But until it's locked down, it's not locked down yet. Other than that, as usual, be safe, be well, God bless, roll this dice, roll them well. And if you're going to bet, and you got Wizards of the Coast on one side and the average Joe on the other, I think Wizards of the Coast is going to be the long bet right now. At least in most cases. Maybe not all cases. But, I mean, for self-inflicted wounds, bad PR. Come on. All right, folks. God bless. I'll catch you later.